So the plot describes the actions and interactions. Actions and interactions between the different characters. So I'm going to first describe the interaction between the rabbit and the carrots. When the rabbit touches a carrot, what should happen?
It becomes super.
It becomes exploded.
Which one exploded?
The carrot should explode.
Okay. The carrot explodes. Okay. Very good. So we're starting our plot. So let's go ahead and execute. Yep, it's exploding. It's exploding. Is it exploding on your canvas?
Yes.
Yes, excellent. When all the carrots are gone, so I'm adding one more sentence, you win. Remember, every time we modify the right panel, we need to re-execute. Okay, so when all the carrots are gone, it will say you win. And you can click inside the canvas again to play again if you want. By the way, all these text boxes are resizable at the lower right corner. So you can make them bigger or smaller.
Our rabbit won't move left or right. It only moves up or down.
Did you check whether you modified the up and down to right and left? If you had copy and pasted your sentences?
Oh, I see rabbit spelled wrong. Maybe that's it.
Yeah. You can also listen to your sentences. Sometimes when you have misspelled something, you will sound weird. Okay, so far we have described the interaction between the rabbit and the carrot. Right? So now we want to describe the interaction between the foxes and the rabbit. When a fox sees the rabbit, what should the fox do?
Chase it.
Okay, so if
Kill it.
Mutually attack it.
Okay, if I say it chases it, I'm going to say it chases it, okay? Okay, so I have some yellow and red stuff.
When a fox sees the rabbit, it chases it.
There's also locate. You can also click on locate. Show you which sentence it is on your right panel. Okay, so what is the problem here? There are two pronouns in this sentence, it and it. Now in the virtual
Second pronoun must be changed to the rabbit.
That's right. Because in the virtual world, you can create a game where the foxes are gentle and the rabbit is evil, right? Anything is possible in the virtual world. So when you say it chases it, the computer is saying, I don't understand who is chasing who. Because it could be the fox chasing the rabbit or the rabbit chasing the fox. Well, actually, there are two more possibilities. The fox chasing itself or the rabbit chasing itself. It chases it, right? it could be it chases itself. So this is called ambiguous, ambiguity, ambiguous. Ambiguous, the word ambiguous means it has two or more interpretations, So there is artificial intelligence behind this platform. It's going to guess. It's going to guess what it thinks you meant. So it actually will still run. See, the fox is still chasing the rabbit, so he guessed correctly, but it's still an error. This is still an error in the program. Okay, so we need to fix this bug by changing the second it to the rabbit, or you can actually say the fox chases the rabbit. You don't need to have any pronouns in the sentence. Okay, but if you must have any pronouns, make sure you only have one to reduce ambiguity. Because if you have more than one pronoun, it's going to be difficult for you to know what you mean. Okay? And then I'm going to say when the fox touches the rabbit, what should happen?
You lose.
You lose.
Yeah, you lose.
Game over or you lose. Either way, it's fine. Excellent. Excellent. You guys are natural programmers. Excellent. So let's execute that. Every time we add something, we should test it to make sure the new sentences that we added actually worked. Yes. When the fox touches me, game over. Okay. Now we're going to use the birds to our advantage. We're going to describe interaction between the bird and the fox. Now, you may have wondered, right? Sees, how does it know how far it's seeing? Well, there are default values. There are built-in values for the see, and this value can be changed. But before we change that, I'm just going to say, when a bird sees a fox, it chases the fox, just like the fox and the rabbit earlier, right? And when a bird touches a fox, the fox explodes. Execute. Now this game is very, very easy because with many birds to our advantage.
And there's a couple people just asked if we can go just a little bit slower.
Right. Okay, so remember what we need to do for every game. First, we need to describe the setting. The setting could be in sentences or in the map. It could be in sentences or in the map, right? That's what we did. Then we describe character control. Then we describe character control. That we just did. And then we describe plot. And the plot is basically the actions and interactions between the characters. And here we describe the interactions between the rabbit and the character, right? Between the foxes and the rabbit, and then between the birds and the fox. Okay, so this game right now is too easy, right? Because all foxes die very quickly. It's too easy. So now I'm going to make the birds nearsighted. We're going to make the birds nearsighted. Okay. Remember, I just said that the word sees has a default value for a distance. Okay, I don't remember the actual distance. It's something like 180 pixels. Okay, so the canvas size is 600 pixels wide and 600 pixels long. So now we can override the default value. I'm going to make it 50. When the bird sees a square bracket, so the bracket has to be square bracket. Okay, the square bracket is to the right of the letter P on your keyboard. Square bracket 50. Okay, you do that. Now the birds are nearsighted. Okay, so when they're far from a fox, they will not chase the fox. They'll only chase the fox when the fox is within 50 pixels. Because right now, see, they're all very far from the birds. So now I need to lead them to the bird. When the bird is within 50 pixels away, then the bird will go to the fox.
That is insanely short.
Mhm.
They're basically already touching it by the time they see it.
That's right. So you can change this number to 70 if you like. Compare.
So if you ask me, I think when you make the bird slower, I think it makes it a much bigger challenge.
You can do that too. So somebody mentioned that earlier. We can say the speed of the bird is, the default is 1, so I'm going to make it 0.3. If the number is less than 1, you need the preceding 0. Okay? Otherwise, that point is going to be treated as a period. Now, the birds are very slow. You can also make the foxes very fast. You now know how to change the speed. You can say the speed of the foxes is and the speed of the rabbit. You can add those in.